Hi everybody, Karen Roby and Chris Matyszczyk here for ZDNet. We're talking today about the Google Pixel 4 and maybe who it's most suited for. A Verizon salesman certainly had some ideas for you on this. Chris, set the stage for us here and tell us about this encounter.
Well, every time a new phone comes out, Karen, I like to go to one of the phone stores as a customer, because I am a customer of quite a few of the carriers, and to see how these phones are being sold and what are the particular advantages of these phones. In the case of the Pixel 4, I obviously ZDNet reviewers were not entirely complimentary, I have to say, but I wanted to see how the Verizon salesman would present it to me in an extremely positive light. So I went to a Verizon store and he immediately marched me back to the Pixel 4, said he himself was using a Pixel 3 and loved it, absolutely loved it, adored it. And when I asked him why he adored it, he said it was pure Android. So it's not Android Latte or Android Light, it's absolutely pure Android. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but he was excited about it. However, when it came to the Pixel 4, kind of struggled to make me feel like this was a phone I had to have. I looked at the phone, it looked sort of nice enough, but certainly didn't look at all special. And I'm always trying to persuade my wife to upgrade from her Galaxy 7. So we talked about that for a little while, and she's also a Verizon customer. And he still wanted to inch me towards Samsung's because he felt they were better phones. And I was extremely confused. And I said, well, you're using a Pixel 3 and you're happy with it. Why don't you want me to use a Pixel 4? And he began to and really couldn't think of too many positives about the Pixel 4 other than being pure Android. The translation service is better. But he said the Samsung's camera was better. And so this became very confusing because he marched me away from the Pixel 4 display to the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 display and was slightly more excited about it. And then he admitted to me that he himself was going to switch from his Pixel 3 to a Galaxy. So I had to ask what seemed like the obvious human question. I said to him, so look, who actually buys Pixel 4? And he told me it was angry people.
Angry people. That's really what he left it at. Explain.
Angry people, because he said generally what happens is that people who buy Pixel phones generally, and certainly would be interested in the Pixel 4 in his view, are people who have had such a bad experience with an iPhone or such a bad experience with a Samsung Galaxy, or both, I guess that's possible, and simply throw their toys in the air and want to try something completely different. And this is reflected somewhat in my colleague Ed Bott, who recently wrote an article saying that by his calculation, Google hasn't actually sold a lot of Pixel phones. And I ask you the question, Karen, do you know anyone, in fact, who owns a Pixel phone?
I don't. I don't know anyone that owns a Pixel phone, and maybe that's good. That means I'm not hanging around a lot of angry people, right?
Well, obviously you live an idyllic life, delightful with children and happiness and sunshine, and I envy you. But it is an important question that when you have two such strong incumbents in a market, like Apple and like Samsung, how do you break through when you're a company like Google, which frankly has never been too good at selling hardware? It's never been wise enough in not only trying to advertise it, because it's got slightly better at actually advertising hardware, but also to offer support services. One of Apple's great advantages is the stores and how people know when they buy an iPhone, they know that if something goes wrong, it isn't necessarily too far to have to go to try and get it fixed. Google simply has not had any experience or has never perhaps committed itself enough to creating what a consumer actually wants when they buy a phone. And so this Pixel comes out. Some of the previous Pixels were reviewed very positively, and still they don't seem to break through in a way that your friends, or even I have to say my friends, actually buy them.
And I guess, Chris, you didn't get far enough with the salesman to even find out if he has followed up or has known if any of those customers that did go with the Pixel 4, were actually happy with it.
No, it's happy. I guess they haven't been back. Maybe they are people with congenital anger issues, and shortly they will return to his store, foam at the mouth, and become extremely upset that simply no phone is good enough for their spirit. It's possible, but right now the fall's only been out a few weeks, and and to my sense that it's already going to get discounted if it's not been discounted already. So it doesn't seem like it was a phone that Google cared about enough, thought about enough how to make it truly different from anything else in the market to get people excited. And, it's going to drift, I suspect, into the wilderness.
Yeah, I think so. Well, and really, there are, that to be fair, there are plenty of people in this world, Chris, that are hard to please, right? If they're unhappy with Apple product or the Samsung, and then, sometimes people are just hard to please. So,
You met those people. I actually believe Google should start marketing the Pixel phones by featuring all the dreadful things about iPhones, all the dreadful things about Galaxy phones, and actually making the Pixel brand all about those who are the resistance to the marketing of the other two big ones. Maybe that would be a strategy. At the moment, it doesn't seem to me Google has that much of a strategy.
yeah, capitalize on the angry, possibly. All right, Chris, we appreciate it. And for much more on the Pixel 4, that is, you can find reviews on ZDNet. Thanks so much for watching.